So, you're thinking about living in Colorado's mountains, at least part of the time. In this video, I'm going to go over the pros and the cons of living in Breckenridge, Colorado. And you might find out at the end that some of the cons are actually the pros. We're going to get after Breckenridge right now. If this is your first time in living in Colorado's mountains and you want to know everything there is to know about living in Colorado's mountains, then you'll want to subscribe, tap the bell below for notifications so you can be the first to find out about the current market conditions in Colorado's mountains. I'm Julia Regan with the Living in Colorado's Mountains teams. We get calls every day from people just like you. So if you're looking to move in 9 days, 9 months, or maybe you already own, and you'd like to get in touch, all of our contact information is below, so please feel free to reach out. We'd be happy to help you with your move to Breckenridge, Colorado. Of course, you want to find out what the pros are. Of course, the biggest pro is the ski resort. Breckenridge is one of the largest ski resorts in North America, one of the best ski resorts in North America. It has all sorts of variety of terrain. And the biggest part of the ski resort in Breckenridge, the biggest pro, is it has the town. You know, so many ski resorts have what we call destination ski resorts, and Breckenridge is an actual town, and it's at the base of the ski resort. You can access downtown Breckenridge and the ski area. You don't have to go somewhere different. That's a big pro. One of the cons of Breckenridge is, of course, the traffic. Everyone complains about the traffic. It's so busy. Well, it's not that big of a deal, I guess, so maybe that's not so bad. But you can manage the traffic. There's so many places to park that have access to the free bus system. You just have to learn to navigate your way around a little bit. And of course, you don't want to come into town at 5 o'clock on Friday afternoon during ski season. You don't want to leave town at 2 to 6 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. You can mitigate your time in the traffic if you just follow those simple rules, and the rest of the time, you know, you can just kind of move around, and it's not that big. So you don't have to go miles and miles and miles. The town is only a few miles long. That's also another pro, that we are in a very small town, which makes it really fun. You know, it's fun to live in a small town. It's fun to have that sort of familiar neighborhood kind of feel with the restaurants and the bars and even, you know, the access to the outdoors. It's just right here. It's all right out your door. Breckenridge is something like no other ski town because of that sort of town feel. Again, a big pro. Another one of the cons is there's maybe not as much grocery shopping. We hear those complaints all the time. Our grocery stores are small. Our community is small. It's, you know, not an area that has a lot of land to build big, huge grocery stores. So, you know, you can just stock up at Costco or maybe over to Walmart or something and get your toilet paper and some other supplies. Then, you know, it's just, again, something you have to sort of work around a little bit, but it's usually very worth it to have a little less action or a little less opportunity for grocery shopping and a lot more opportunity for skiing, cross-country skiing. That's another big pro of Breckenridge, is there's a lot of access for not even just full backcountry skiing and things, but for just sort of nice leisurely cross-country skiing. There is the rec center. It's actually at the golf course that has the cross-country skiing. There's cross-country skiing at the Nordic Center that is kind of at the base of Peak 8. Those are some big, huge pros of Breckenridge. Just some really great access to outdoor activity besides just at the ski resort. One of the cons then, of course, is it's cold. So it's cold and we get a lot of snow and you might be cleaning your car off quite a bit, but that's also what makes it so fun. So, you know, over 300 inches of snow makes it so you can do all of those outside activities. Another pro of Breckenridge is mud season. Everybody's going to tell you the mud season's a con, but mud season's really fun because it's not as busy. There's usually a lot of things you can do. Mud season is what we consider at the end of the ski area. Closing is about end of April, and May, Breck sometimes goes into May, but most things in town are just not as busy. Same thing, we have a fall mud season, which is October, depending on how much snow is kind of happening, October into November. But those times can be great for deals on restaurants and ski clothes and all types of things like that. You don't have to deal with the traffic that you normally do, and we still have a lot of really nice weather. Of course, you have to deal with the snow. It's the off season, the shoulder season, and you don't know what you're going to get. But that's for me and for a lot of people that live in the high country or spend time in the high country, mud season is a great time to get out and enjoy it without as many crowds. One of the other big pros of Breckenridge is there's, besides just the outside activities, there's inside activities. It's a sport, but we have the rec center and the indoor swimming pool there, and it's a really lovely facility. You can play some tennis over there. It's great year-round fun stuff to do inside, get your body moving if you don't want to be in the snow. The ice rink, that's always cool too. Also, you can see Chantal, who is also with the Living in Colorado's Mountains team. She's a coach, and you'll see her put on performances over there. That's a super fun thing to do as well. Go watch some local people do some, just fun tricks on the ice. There's hockey to be played and a lot of different things that go on with the ice rink. Close to the ice rink, you'll find the troll. So everybody wants to find the troll, so you could go take a look. You'll find it. There's trail markers, so it's easy enough to get to. Again, one of the bigger pros of Breckenridge is our bus system. The bus is the easiest thing to hop on, to get to the ski resort, to get to town. You don't even have to worry about parking. As we said, the con of the parking, that's a bummer, but we've got ways around that. It is not something you have to deal with on a regular basis when you're in Breckenridge. One of the cons is you might not always get a restaurant reservation. We have a lot of restaurants, so it's great, but something you want to make sure you get a reservation if you're going to be in town during a busy time. Christmas week is usually the busiest week of the year, so if you're coming in with the family, you want to make sure that you can get a reservation. I think open table and a lot of different things, there's ways you can do that, easy enough to do. What's another pro? The other pro is Breckenridge is surrounded by the National Forest. As we talked about, that's something for the outdoor activities during the winter, but during the summer, it's awesome too. You're literally walking in the National Forest in a matter of minutes from downtown Breckenridge. There is so much to do outside with these trails for mountain biking and hiking. There's a lot of great trails that are really accessible for all ages, which is a big pro. A lot of areas for hiking can be a little much for different ages of family members, but Breckenridge is great for all ages. Hiking, biking, there's a lot of biking now. Another big pro for Breckenridge is our bike paths. It is a paved bike path that you can go ahead and get yourself an electric bike. Not the super fast electric bikes, those are not allowed, but you can get something with some pedal assist to make it a little more fun because we are at the altitude. Another pro of Breckenridge is the altitude, which again is also a con. Our altitude, we're high up. So you want to consider when you're coming to Breckenridge and you're going to own a property here that you want to take precautions, like sure, getting a lot of water. Liquid IV is great. You want to stay very hydrated the first day or two in town. Take it easy. Make sure that you're not overeating or drinking, as a lot of people do on vacation or coming to your second home. Everybody wants to celebrate, and it's something where you want to make sure you're taking a little easy with the altitude. But that altitude, as high as we are, gives us a lot of snow, which is also great. So those things are something to consider as a pro and a con in Breckenridge. But ultimately, we have so many more pros than cons in Breckenridge. And I think you're definitely going to want to look at Breckenridge as a place to own a second home. We have a lot more opportunities in Breckenridge for home ownership or different types of properties than a lot of other places. That's a pro. We have multi-million-dollar homes, we have condos, we have townhomes, we have a lot of different things that are suited for many different property types and property owners. As everywhere, you're going to want to go in Colorado's mountains. Breckenridge has its pros and cons, but I think that you will find, if you're a mountain lover and you're looking for a place that has a small town feel, that has some quaintness to it, that has some other things going on besides just the outside activities such as the rec center and the ice rink and the backstage theater. You can go see some plays, you can do some fun stuff in Breckenridge besides just skiing. It is definitely one of the places that you want to come to and want to stay and own a property if you're interested in having a full year-round experience, and that's Breckenridge. Hope to see you in the high country. Thanks for tuning in to Living in Colorado's Mountains. We hope to see you in the high country.